The latest on a developing story we're tracking for you, the search for 6 people who went missing during flash floods 5 days ago in Ladysmith, KwaZulu-Natal, continues this morning. Just yesterday, 6 bodies were found by search teams, bringing the death toll to 12. Newzroom Afrika's Karinda Jagmohan joins us now for an update. Karinda, a very good morning to you. We have been speaking to some of the team members on the search and recovery mission, speaking about how today the focus moves to a different part of the river as they try and search for those still missing, hoping to recover all 6 bodies today. What's happening on the ground?
Certainly, good morning to you. As you can see, currently this morning there are members of a church that are praying on the bridge where a body was found yesterday. They're praying as they face the banks of the Klip River, which is where the search teams will be going through, traversing through over the course of this day. My colleague Gifton Kosi just showing you, as you can see, the debris around the area. Yesterday, a community member who was walking along the banks of the river, a fisherman, he says, found or came across the 5th of the 6 bodies that were found yesterday. You can see there's a small place where there's no sort of debris there, it's just mud, but that's where the man's body was found. It was covered with mud, and the community only identified the reflector part of the jacket he was wearing, the reflector part on the hand, and ultimately they realized this was a body. They quickly alerted authorities who rushed to the scene, and ultimately we have to see one of the divers swim into this water and pull out the man's body. They placed the body in a body bag before bringing the body up on top of the riverbank and then allowing the family members from the Msimang and Mthembu family to try and identify this body. The body was correctly identified, but as you can see, the height of the Klip River during that flash flood on Christmas Eve at midnight, the debris that's towards the top of the pillar under this bridge, that is where the water was flowing. It flowed across this road as well, almost reaching the height of this bridge where the women have been praying for the better part of this morning. They're hoping to find some more. They're hoping ultimately to pray for those who lost their lives, and they're also praying just in terms of the search team that is going on to see more bodies recovered so families can have closure. There are also family members that have joined them atop this bridge, and earlier on they were singing hymns, verses of prayers, and you'll see just on the side as well, there are some family members there that have been joining them as well. Those are family members of the Msimang and Mthembu family. It's been a very long day yesterday. Even just behind us, there are some family members right now preparing for a prayer. They are going to be lighting candles as well, just on this side. Because this is where their family members were found, but it is a time of privacy for them. I'll just describe that it's 2 women, I believe, from the Msimang family who are lighting candles. They've placed it on the riverbank and they are starting their prayer. But this is what the families have been going through over the past 4 days, now 5 days actually, since that Christmas Eve flood. But today, there will be the search teams that will be out onto that side of the Klip River, and the Msimang family is certainly hoping that they're going to find more of their members. Take a listen to Letiwe Nene, representing the Msimang family, who spoke to us on top of this bridge yesterday.
Emotweni bebekade bewu9 ababili abakwaMthembu abawu7 abakwaMsimanga. Kulabo abakwaMsimanga sesithole abawu4 amahle, manje sekusele abawu3, uBoyi nomntanakhe nomzukulu ibone sebesele.
This is a sight of absolute heartbreak just next to us, and perhaps you might be able to hear a little bit of the woman who is praying as she prays for the soul of her departed loved one right on this riverbank. And as she does so, the women from the church are praying on top of this bridge. And meanwhile, there are over 60 search teams that are setting up at another command center just nearby a cemetery that is towards the left of us. And this new command center is to get closer to the other side of the Klip River, because it's believed now, after scouring the right side of us, this side of the Klip River, they believe that now many of the bodies might have been washed away further down the Klip River. This is a major river that also flooded after the Bellspruit River, which was described as a stream, flooded during that torrential rain and flash flood on Christmas Eve. So throughout the day, we'll keep you updated. Yesterday, after 6 bodies were discovered, it brought the death toll now to 12, and 6 more people are missing. The search teams on the ground are hoping that they can make way today, just in terms of their search operations. They've got over 60 members on the ground, 12 canines. There's going to be more water searches as well. The teams led by SAPS Search and Rescue Division will be splitting into various groups to cover as much as the floodplain as they can. And we'll be following those groups for you to see what happens as they try and recover the missing 6 people, or at least their remains, before the year ends.